Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be the shortest stream ever. I've been I've been guilt tripped into hanging out with a friend in like 20 minutes. So we will be back with Persona 3 tomorrow. 100%. If I have time later today, I'll do it. But um it's gonna be like 20-minute stream just to say like day 6 completed. You know what I mean? Uh um also I figured we could listen to some Bad Bunny because he's awesome and he's Puerto Rican and he's my brother and I have to support. I hear people talking about him a lot online lately because he's gonna be performing for halftime in the Super Bowl, which I don't usually care about, but other people care about it a lot. And you know what? They're making a fuss online, being like, none of his songs are in English. Fuck you. Vibe. That's all you need to do. You don't need to know the words. So we're gonna be listening, you know. Mm-hmm. Also, realized earlier today actually, since the stream was cut off in the middle yesterday, when I uploaded the VOD, only part two of it uploaded. So, it's rendering. I will have it out later today. So, that will be back. Hi, Quill. I guess dance. I would love to play Persona. I guess I should hang out with friends though. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Yeah, we're gonna go like shop around for a little bit. And then I have homework to do, so like I really just don't have time today to like stream after. Yeah, touch grass, level up your IRL social links. I've only got like two social links though. Why does it take so much of my day? I joke, I kid. Maybe. Maybe not. Mm-mm. We must touch grass, I guess. I guess it's a good thing. I can't be a degenerate and play games. What's funny is the only reason they were like so adamant about it was because earlier today I went to school. I only have one class today. Um, so I finished really early, but I just kind of got back to my car and kind of chilled there for like an hour and 45 minutes, just like hanging out. Because I was just like in my head, I was like, I just don't want to go back home. It's like I was in my room all week last week. I just kind of like, I don't want to go back. And then I say that, but Friday I was barely in my room. You know what I mean? And then Saturday, like I had to go do something for like 2 hours. So I wasn't always in my room. But it just like, I don't know. I didn't want to be back. So I just hung out in the car. And like I met up with them when they finished, like when Ash finished their classes, I met up with them because like I'd stayed that long. And they're like, why are you still here? And I was like, didn't want to go home. And so they literally did like they checked my temperature on my forehead. They're like, "Who are you? Why don't you want to be in your room? What's wrong with you?" I'm talking to a skinwalker. I was like, "It's not that serious. I can I can be out of my room sometimes, maybe." And now they're like, "Oh, go shopping, blah blah blah." I'm like here, I'm like, "But room, but room." Ugh, I'd love to just stay in my room though. Mhm. It's funny though. A funny turn of events. Um, I'm so glad my computer's so good. Um, cause cause I had to splice together. So I had to download the two separate streams and then splice them together to upload it. Lately, I've just been like exporting directly from Twitch, so I don't have to download anything. I don't have to upload anything. But my computer's doing it for me. and it's going pretty fast, so I'm happy about that. Happy about that. I'm like, what am I gonna do though? I got nothing. You happened yesterday with the lagging? No, I did not. I did not check it. Because I hadn't been home to check. But I don't know what it was. My computer is not lagging right now though. Like the model is not lagging like it was yesterday. It could have just been the internet. Um, because the stream did cut out one time. So, but I kicked the no network option. So I really don't know what was happening. Um, hmm. I'll load it up. You said the actual game was lagging though, right? Yeah, it was the actual game. Like it was my end that was lagging, not the stream. Which it's usually never my end. My games usually never lag unless it's like online. And even then it's like minimal. Like a quick fix of settings will fix it all up. But I didn't check. I think tomorrow before I start stream, I'll check. Like make sure it's running fine. Because if it's the game itself, I don't know how to fix that. I think I'll just like mess around with like graphic settings and stuff tomorrow and make sure it's all good. That was odd though. We've never had Persona lag on us. You know, like I've had Fortnite lag. That's normal. Not really most games though, cuz they're like single player, you know. Mm, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just like odd. It was so strange when it happened. I had to like do a double take. I was like, "That's me?" I remember you were in stream and you were like, "I thought that was just bitrate," because it's never happened. We've been streaming for like a year and that's never really happened. I forget how much I love this type of music. I forget how good Bad Bunny is sometimes. It's crazy. My Amuse is not working. What the frick? Why is it doing that? Refresh. My theory is something memory related. Like something was using way too much of it or something. Ooh, that could be a possibility. I did not check Task Manager. That would have been a good thing to check. Um, well, right now, the like me splicing together the streams, it's like downloading it from like the editing software, right? It's going really fast. Like a 2 hour for 2 hours of footage, it's going really fast. Like it's almost done, and I started that like 10 minutes ago, less than 10 minutes ago. So I really don't. It shouldn't be my memory. My memory is I have 64 gigabytes, but something must have like just drained it. Yeah, right now 29% of memory is being used, which I feel like is a little high. Um, but that could just be. Yeah, only 44.4 gigabytes available, not the full 64. Because when I tried to put it the full 64, my computer was just like crashing on me. Yeah, it does seem like the kind of lag you get when something other than the GPU is maxing out. Mm, I see, I see. I'm not too good with computers. I really need to be better. My GPU right now is at 71%. I believe that's the video. Yeah, video encode, video decode is taking up the most. Dedicated GPU, shared, yeah. I also don't have, maybe it was that, my GPU is not the best. Like, it's good. It's good for what I need it to do. You know what I mean? But it's definitely not, top of the line stuff. Though I feel like most other things in my computer is. My GPU was something I was always like, down the line when I play more games and like use my computer more often, I might like upgrade. Because everything else on my computer I don't need to upgrade. Like That's the one thing that could probably use an upgrade down the line. Because I think I have an 8. I don't think I have a 16 gigabyte one. I think I have an 8 gigabyte GPU. Let me look. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060. That's what I have. Like, it's good. It's not bad. Not the TI. Maybe a GPU was trying to do something while you're playing. Maybe. Oh, I think there was a graphics card update recently. To be honest, that could have been it. You're reminding me. I did have a graphics card like automatic update. I think that was probably it. I don't think it'll upload a video while the computer's off, right? Unrelated, but I've been getting back into RimWorld. Such an addicting game if you've ever seen it. Isn't it like an open world crafting game type? I've seen a little bit, but I'm not too sure what it is. Ooh, it's a top down one. I'm not usually a fan of those types, to be honest. But I see why people love it. You know what I mean? It's like a crafty type of game, right? Nah, it's a colony story simulator. Ooh, I'm thinking about something completely different then. I do know that that game specifically, like I've seen people talk about like being addicted to it. 2 hours of upload left. Okay. Me, I wanna copy this. Sorry, I'm dealing with the VOD. I'm just trying to like do it now so it'll do its thing while I'm gone. I'm a little distracted. I will be back in 1 second. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm back. It finished. It's uploading now. Cool, cool, cool. Mm. I don't know much about like I don't play minis like simulator ones. I feel like the only ones I've really played was like Sims and Wood. I forgot what the game was called. Never mind. It has crafting and stuff in it, but its main thing is basically generating stories through the gameplay. So much dumb stuff. Ah, I see. I see. Mm, interesting. That sounds fun. Yeah. My memory immediately went down after that was done. Now it's like 26, which is more normal. Oh, Ash is on their way. We have only a little bit of time. Yeah, today was a very chill day. I feel like I just kind of like hung out, um, which means I do have, I do have work to go do, I have schoolwork to go do. Cause oh my god, I have a project for this one class, and this one class that's like it's not a hard class, but it's the teacher's strict with the way they grade, and it can be a little confusing at times. But I have a project for it, and the project details. I think I talked about it before, but it's like you have to relate it to your major, and you have to find a real world application of what you're learning, right? And then relate that to your major for extra credit, right? That's like it's not necessary, but it's extra credit. And I'm like, I want the extra credit. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, how in the frick do I go about like, writing this like piece? Um, so I'm gonna have to like work on that a little bit because it's due Friday. Um, is like the first draft, not the full project, and the full project is due at the end of the semester. But that I'm gonna have to like figure out, you know, buckle down, sit down, buckle up, do that. I think tomorrow, because I do have to study. I have to do some homework tonight and study. And then I like have to catch up on a lot of stuff. So I think tomorrow I'm thinking about like going to like a cafe or something, like really early and just like sitting there with my iPad and just studying because I feel like I just can't do it at home. I get too distracted. My computer, as beautiful and as lovely as she is, even though she, lags on Persona when she shouldn't, she is a distracting behemoth. Love my computer to death, to death, to bits and pieces, but it is so easy for me to just like do something else. I'm like, maybe I wake up early tomorrow. Maybe I just go like cafe somewhere, sit down, be aesthetic. Those like videos you always see like those aesthetic like TikToks and stuff. Sometimes I feel like I just need to go do that because like maybe if I make it aesthetic enough, my brain will want me to do it. It'll be like, "Oh my god, you're being such a good student. You're being such an, you know, this is so aesthetic. This is so cutesy core." And maybe my brain will be like, "Yeah, yeah, you should study. You should. You should do all this." You know? Sometimes you got to trick yourself into doing good things, good habits. I fear. I feel like how I feel like with like working out too. I'm like if I think of it in a fun way, it'll be more fun. Oh, oh my gosh. I'm like tired. I'm wondering if I should change. I feel like I should. I got like 10 minutes to change, but I don't know what to wear. Hmm. Hmm. I feel ugly though. So I kind of want to change. Hmm. Sorry, I went quiet. I wish I didn't have schoolwork. I just want to I just want to play video games, man. I just want to watch TV and play video games. That's all I want to do. But I'm stressing myself out. Oh, you know what's fun? Last night, um, cause I had food and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find a show to watch because I haven't been able to like find a show in a really long time. So I found a show to watch, and there's a new K drama that was released. Like I feel really recently because it only has 3 episodes. Um, called Miss Incognito. So far, really like it. It's actually pretty cool. So the basic premise is, and this is not spoiler, it's literally the summary. This girl becomes a bodyguard. This She's poor, she has like a lot of debt. Like they say 35,000 in the show. They say, "Do you know how much debt makes a person want to, unalive themselves?" Uh I don't know how else to word that. Maybe self-exit. Um and he says, "How much?" $35,000. $35,000 is the point where people would self-exit. And this dude that's talking, he said, "You want to know how much that girl has?" Because she like came in for the interview for the bodyguard. She's got 10 times that. So she's got a lot of debt, right? And this man who she's gonna bodyguard, this old man, is kind of like intrigued. He kind of wants to hire her, but his attorney is like close, like friend, I guess, is telling him, I don't think so, and he doesn't want to hire her for really stupid reasons, by the way. But um, the old man's pointing out, look, she's got, shabby clothes, worn out shoes, and she's got like a look in her eye. It's like, that's how I know she's someone I can trust, because she's desperate, right? And I was like, that's crazy, but also so real for like a rich old man to say, like, after a lot of like years reading people, this is someone I can trust. Someone that's got a lot to gain and not much to lose, right? Um, it's kind of like the energy that they're putting out here, right? And so he ends up hiring her, and she becomes a bodyguard. Lots of stuff happens, right? But she's a very good bodyguard. She immediately clocks that there are hidden cameras all around this old man's house that he is using as in his like command room of CCTVs. Those are his hidden cameras around the house, and she clocks that someone might be trying to kill him, right? So it's this whole like it's this thriller, mystery. And all throughout this, you get to see this one character that becomes recurring for some reason. Like, you're not sure why he's important in the beginning, but it's just this guy who's delivering strawberries from a certain region in Korea. And so he's just like delivering them. And he like appears every once in a while in these first 2 episodes, but he's not a huge figure. But, yada yada. He's like unimportant to the main story. But stuff happens, and old man convinces the bodyguard to marry him and says, I have a terminal illness. I have 6 months to live at most. You marry me so my stepchildren, who are greedy and who killed my biological daughter, don't get my inheritance. And he's like having to convince her because she doesn't want to go through with this. Because if she marries him, like there are a lot of eyes on her now. And now she's target number one, right? But eventually she decides to go through with it. The guy, after like having a really like bad just moment of, his illness like hitting him, he has to go to the hospital, get morphine. It's just like he's like, I was in a lot of pain. I don't want to go through that again. And he goes back home. And when he goes back home, he decides to you know, do a thing that ends up in his death. And because he does that, she's now like, his wife, the number one inheritor. She takes all of his stuff. Like she gets all of his stuff after his death. And now she has to survive in a different place under a different name, under a different identity for 3 months until the chairman meeting so that she can, put his assets where they need to be. And that's like the whole premise of this story. Like the first 2 episodes are really like the prequel to the main start. I feel like, and it was so super interesting. Like the relationship between this old man and this bodyguard, um, like like the intricacies of like the power dynamics and struggles, everything about it. Like you learn more and more about the characters, and they do it in a really good like way. I'm hoping it doesn't fall off, because a lot of times shows like these they have a great start, and then somewhere down the middle it just goes wrong. Story starts getting convoluted. It starts getting a little weird. I'm hoping it doesn't end up that way. My main girl, I love her so much. Um, they did a really cool like they didn't like tell you about like her child abuse, but they showed it in such a fun, like not fun, but like such an interesting, like engaging way that I thought was really, really good. So to briefly explain, because I only have like 4 minutes, but the girl at one point is hiding in the house, in this dude's house, because she's not supposed to be there. It's holiday, everyone's supposed to be home. She's not supposed to be there. And his stepdaughter is coming over to visit her dad. And she's very wary of any women that are around him because she knows if he gets married, that woman will get like the inheritance, right? So she's looking around very menacingly. It's like a horror movie for the bodyguard, and she's hiding. And this whole time you see her looking around, you hear the steps, you hear like the door knob jiggle, and then you get cut to, our main girl. And she's like covering her mouth, she's breathing, she's trying to like hold her breath, she's very scared. And then you cut to a flashback of her doing the same thing and presumably her dad looking for her. And as this time goes on of like that stepdaughter looking for her, like the adult version, you see those flashbacks of her dad looking for her in the exact same way. You see him with, a crowbar in one of his hands, and then you realize there's a crowbar and a rope in one of his hands. And you could see it's this very like tense moment, and they do this so well of like not showing you too much, right? They show like that the dad finds her eventually. They don't show what happens after. They keep that a mystery. And the stepdaughter doesn't end up finding her. And so it's like this parallel, like in her childhood, she couldn't escape him. In her adult life, she could escape someone very similar. And I thought that was really, really cool. That was such a good scene. The tenseness, like I was holding my breath. It was so scary. And they just did it. Chef's kiss. Horror thriller stuff like that. I love when we get to like not just like hear, but like see the effects, like what a person's gone through, everything like that. I love that. Sorry, I went on a rant randomly, but that's a really good show. And I only have like 2 minutes left. So I'm gonna have to end stream now on a very bad note. But Miss Incognito, fantastic start to a K-drama, I will say. I'm really liking it so far. I'm watching episode 3. It's a lot less thriller episode 3 because now she's in hiding. But it's good. It's really good. They also like I'm talking about like the heavy moments. There are a lot of lighthearted moments too. Like it's not always heavy, and I appreciate that in the show. Like when it's a mixture. And not, just like constant like suspension, tension. But when they do those like suspenseful moments, those are really good. We're all about the ranting here. Yes, that is my main thing, my main jig. Oh, okay. I have to go now. Thanks for the short stream. 30 minutes. Yes. All right. I wanted each stream in Blanktober to be at least 30 minutes long. We hit it. Thanks for coming by for a super short stream. I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. We'll definitely do Persona 3 tomorrow. No drawing, no yapping. Persona 3 tomorrow. Yeah, take care. Hope you have a nice